I first started painting murals whenever I was in high school. My senior high school capstone project in art was painting a mural here in Oklahoma City, and it was initially given, the green light and permission, but after it was done, the local business owners organization was afraid that because it was sort of a graffiti style mural, that it would cause an increase in crime and a drop in property value, and so they had it painted over against our previous agreement to let the mural stay up. So it was painted over in the middle of the night. That was the perception by a lot of people, was that wall art or street art wasn't fine art, and that it was gang related or had a criminal origin, and that it would bring down property values and increase crime, sort of the broken window effect. Once it started to become a little more popular, this was late 90s, once it started to become a little more popular and more of it started to pop up, the evidence of it actually increasing people to come down into the area, that it wasn't causing an increase in crime, that it was actually causing an increase in foot traffic and business and an increase in property values. It's much more well embraced. People see it as sort of a way to help kind of revitalize the neighborhood, bring some new life. You're bringing color to the experience. As you're walking by it, it kind of makes people feel more welcome to walk around and explore the area. People take, photos, selfies. It's sort of a unifying, pleasant thing to just experience. Plaza Walls is a rotating mural project here in the Plaza District in Oklahoma City. We have about 35 walls now here in the district, where muralists can apply to paint murals. The walls sort of rotate once or even multiple times a year. So people come down here, they want to experience, feel immersed in art. It is just out there and available for anyone to experience for free. There's no barrier to entry. There's no one standing there telling you what it means. It's really just an open experience for each individual who happens to see it. It's not like you're going to a museum with the intention of seeing art that day. It's just there in people's lives, sort of sharing the possibility of the free exchange of ideas and self-expression that other art formats, gallery shows, museums, special exhibitions and stuff just don't quite have that openness and that sort of community involvement and immersion. We seek funding from corporate sponsors and local business owners, as well as individual donors. The business owners are very supportive. There's sort of a nice symbiotic relationship of people come down here to have dinner, but they also want to see art, and so they're walking around, they do some shopping. So it creates like a nice sort of interactive community where you kind of, you can do anything down here from, seeing live band perform, comedy, improv. You can purchase art, you can walk around, take photos. People come down here to get their high school graduation photos taken. We've had wedding photos, frequently. So we have an open call for our Mural Fest and any other large project that we have, where we will put out on social media and on our website a notice that we're going to be painting lots of murals. There'll be lots of opportunities coming up at a certain time, and artists can submit their qualifications, and then the board of directors goes through and sorts through those and tries to find a nice balance of different artistic styles, people from different backgrounds, experiences, and kind of looking at our budget to see, how many artists, can we afford to help out a little bit with travel if they're not an Oklahoma artist, and just try and find a nice sort of balance of what we can afford to bring in and, the talent that's out there and excited about coming. We have out-of-state and even international artists coming in here to paint here. People all over the world know about Plaza Walls. We get hundreds of applications anytime we do one of those call for proposals, and we somehow have to narrow that down to 30, 40 artists. It also helps if we have a sponsor that year that's offering some free rooms, whether it be an Airbnb or hotel or something like that. We try and provide the housing for people while they're here for the week or so that they're painting. I think sort of street art as a art form has evolved quite a bit. I think whenever I initially started, most of the murals, especially in Oklahoma, were very sort of traditional, almost like a folk art kind of style. There'd be a painting in, say, like a small downtown Main Street kind of area, a very traditional brush style of painting that sort of was kind of intended to mirror or tell the story of that town and that area. And then as graffiti became more popular in this part of the country, that sort of influenced the style for a way of mural painting that was, I guess, more attractive or resonated more with younger people. And that sort of helped shift murals from traditional brush painting to more spray paint, and the focus to more lettering or cartoony kind of style characters, bolder colors, that kind of thing. So that shifted a little bit, and then it sort of kind of got a little bit hybridized with more, I guess you'd kind of call it pop art kind of styles, where it's not necessarily graffiti, but it's those bold colors. It's very graphic kind of images, more geometric shapes, bold colors, hard edge lines as opposed to faded brush kind of stuff. So that shifted styles a little bit, and then now sort of street art is a different realm that isn't necessarily graffiti based, like letter based kind of an art form. It's kind of a lot of what you see here in the Plaza District or other big urban areas, mural projects. There is a series of mural festivals called Sunny Days Mural Festival, which is a traveling mural festival. It goes to different cities every year, and it features all female and non-binary artists trying to create a little more equity in the art world. And its first year was in the Britton District in North Oklahoma City. And then the second year they held it in Edmond, Oklahoma. And then this year it was held in an industrial area just outside of downtown Tulsa. And so there's a great little collection of murals in all of those different areas that are out publicly available. You can check them out anytime. We have a project out in El Reno called El Reno Walls in Miami, Oklahoma. They have a little mural festival called Mural Fest 66, and so there's a nice little collection of murals out in Miami, Oklahoma as well, just northeast of Tulsa. I think every time we have an event, I have a new favorite moment. It's really just sort of those moments you see that are completely organic and natural, like a little kid walking by and just sort of, you can kind of tell the mural impacts them. They stop and they look up and the facial expression changes, grabbing their mom's, arm or something. Look, look, look. Just sort of those moments where it's just sort of, you can really tell people are having a personal experience or attachment to the imagery. Every time you kind of see that, you really understand how impactful art can be to somebody. And I just want people, youth especially, to know that there is a community out there that's interested in supporting them, helping them share their ideas, and kind of empowering their voices.